Happy Halloween, it's Marilyn, and for this video, I'm going to be transforming into Billy Butcherson from Hocus Pocus. Before we get started on this look, please make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and like this video as well. You can follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter at Marilynmugbeat. I have an entire Halloween playlist, so make sure to check that out as well. I'll leave it in the description box, and let's get started. So for this look, I just decided to use my natural hair. I made a bun at the top and just flipped it all over and pinned it in place. I'm just pinning it up out of my way so that we can get started, and I am going to be doing a green face paint, so I'm reaching for this gorgeous Tapatio sponge from Hip Dot. I've seen Billy done in a lot of different colors, but I'm just going to go for straight zombie with this green color corrector. I already had it in my collection. It is by LA Girl and it has some foundation stuck onto it, so I'm putting that in the middle of the face where I would usually highlight. If you are doing any makeup for Halloween, I would recommend trying to dig around in your collection or pick up products like this that you won't just use for one night. I use this color corrector to fix any of my foundations that are too pink. This is shaped like a little lime, it's so adorable, and it blended out everything so flawlessly. And to highlight, I'm going to be taking the Danessa Myricks Vision Cream Cover. This is the white one, and I'm using it on a really fluffy brush. Once I was all highlighted, I really liked the tone of this, but I wanted to mute it down. So next I'm going to be using the Kimchi Banana Powder. It doesn't have too much color to it, but I like that this is going to kind of mute down the tones and make it look a lot more sickly. Next, to bring some color back into this look, I'll be using the Shroud Cosmetics X Betty Bean Halloween palette. This is literally Halloween in one palette. I'm using a large tapered brush with the shade It's Showtime just to brighten up in the center of the face. I kind of lost my highlight a little bit, and forgive this deadpan, but this is Sugar Pill Taco and I'm just using that to highlight. Next for contour, I'm going back to the Halloween palette and using the shade Wicked. This L-shaped contour is more common for masculine features, but my face is super round, so I feel like it fits really well, and I'm rounding out the eyes and creating sunken shadows in the sockets and in my brows. This eyeshadow color just pairs perfectly with all the tones going on here. It already looks really black. I'll be coming back to the eyes, but next I'm going to be contouring the nose and adding shadows just wherever I see that it needs it. The eye isn't really like one of the standout features, so I just went ahead and set the lid with the shade It's Showtime to match my face, and I ended up just packing it on with my finger to make it quicker. Because next with Losers Club is where the fun starts. I'm going to create kind of that sunken, bruised eye effect using this color. I usually always do this with like a red shade. I don't really like orange, but I just love the way that it contrasts with the green. This look and palette and all the shades go together so well. I feel like I might even have to do this eye on like my normal skin tone makeup. But next I'm just going to be adding this orange shade all over, sort of as a base where I'm going to be adding some shading. This is an outline for where all of the little face holes are going, I guess, whatever they are. I know this is a lot of color, but the outfit is a little like simple and the hair is very reminiscent of a lot of other spooky boys, so to me it's kind of different. Once I'm happy with this base, now it's time to go in with the details. This is the Profusion Boogeyman eyeliner. It is water activated, and I'm using this to go in for all of my black and white line work. So there go all the little holes, and I'm just making sure to pull it all the way down to my mouth. You could keep this really simple and clean. I'm going in and creating wrinkles and just doing the most. I am having a lot of fun doing this makeup. And since there isn't really any intricate work, I believe it only took me about 20 or 30 minutes. I have such a little forehead. I have a little 3 head, so my wrinkles aren't that big. I think they get covered up for the most part by the hair anyway. But yeah, I'm just going in and making a base for all of my lines. The most exciting part for me was this lip, and actually maybe I'll put up the reference photo or put it in the description. I'm following a painting of Billy, not really anything from the movie, so that's why it's like super cartoony and graphic. I love these stitched up lips. Honestly, can we just make this a normal thing? I want to wear this every day. It reminds me of like those corset piercings. Super cute. I'm obsessed. You could totally stop here, but I am extra and I'm gonna go in for some extra details. I want more of like a tight lined look on my eyes, so I'm just covering my lash line using the Velvet Liner by Apple Doll, and I'm also going to be dragging that to define and really set in all of my line work. I don't know if there's a way to explain what I'm doing here too well, so you could just watch it while I'll tell you about the time that I actually met Billy Butcherson himself. The actor who plays Billy Butcherson is called Doug Jones, if you don't know, and he's played a lot of really iconic characters, not just for Disney, but one of my favorite directors, Guillermo del Toro. He was actually the Pale Man in Pan's Labyrinth as well, but I got to meet him when he was doing kind of like press for my favorite role of his, which is Amphibian Man in the Shape of Water. That movie was so beautiful. I'll put the picture up here. I'm going in now with the last final details and adding a lot more line work around in random areas with the white liner to create highlights to contrast all of the dark shadows that I have going on. Since this look is just for Halloween and doesn't have prosthetics like Doug Jones actually wears, I have to go in and work on all of the dimension. I can't imagine how hard it would be to just sit there and do makeup for hours. I mean, or even just get it done to you. That sounds like a lot of work, especially with the special effects makeup. I can't imagine how rough it is on your skin to be not only applying it for hours, but to be in it and having to do your job in it. That's a lot of work. I respect it. I'm down to the last few details, so next to the shade Ghastly, I'm redefining all of the sockets and blurring out any of my highlights and shadows that I made on the center of the face. This is going to help to really soften any edges, and I needed to add a little bit more color, so I'm just blushing around in random places. And to top off this lip, I'm adding the Apple Doll Poison lipstick onto the center of my lips. And this is the completed look. Thank you so much for watching this Billy Butcherson makeup transformation. If you like this video, please make sure to leave a thumbs up down below and subscribe to my channel as well. For a closer look at this and all of my other looks, you can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at Marilynmugbeat. I'll see you next time. Bye!